have a flat tire, and it is the best story of magic and miracles. So I had to tell you. So, if you have been following along this week, we are exploding into awesomeness through this frequency upgrade that I was told to provide. So, here I am being a channel for this energy that's coming through, and I'll drop a link to the full playlist below in case you missed it and you want to catch up. But the backstory to how I ended up coming to a place where I was offering it had to do with a potential flat tire. Patty Lennon, by the way, and I am an intuitive. And as part of my work, I channel spirit guides that are here to help humans move through the ascension. So these were the team that I was working with that told me to do what I'm doing this week, which is this frequency upgrade series to help you get in touch with a more powerful, potent connection to spirit, to your own soul, with the point of helping you move into the shift that we are working through, going from the lower vibration version of Earth to the new Earth, right? I put that in quotes not because I don't believe it, just because it's a term that's been around for so long. But anyway, here's the backstory. Last week, a series of events happened, and one of them involved my tires. And because of these events, different people put so much kindness and gave of themselves in such beautiful ways that I was truly moved. And I was sitting and I was feeling like, how do I show up in this same way for others? How can I offer my gifts? And I immediately got the download to do this series. Okay. So here's the backstory. I was driving my daughter back to college. She was home for the first time as a freshman, and she had just voted. We did early voting. She had just voted for the first time. She and I both have a passion for the Constitution and government. It's one thing we've shared. So this was a real monumental, potent time for us, right? As women, as mother and daughter, as being on the journey of her life. So I was already in a heightened state. So I'm driving her to school, and we're on the highway, and the low tire pressure light goes on. And I immediately start to feel stress, because every time that light has gone on, I've had a nail in the tire. And we are on, if you're familiar, we're in Connecticut, we're on the highway near Hartford. It is not a place where you can pull over on the shoulder and change a tire safely because drivers are crazy. Anyway, so I'm feeling really stressed. But then I remember everything I teach, and I'm like, well, I'm not going to help things by really feeling stress and worrying, is the tire going to go out? I'm just going to have to do my best. Now, I did pull off an exit. I pulled into a parking lot, and visually it looked fine. So it was safe-ish to drive on as far as I knew. So I got back on the road, and instead of staying in a stress response, I started shifting my energy into visualizing first protection, because that's where I could go, putting a bubble around us, calling the angels in. And I asked simply, just keep us safe, and mostly keep her safe. As a parent, you kind of don't worry about yourself. It's just, you want your children safe. And I want her back at school safely. I didn't want her flying back, on two wheels, literally or figuratively, going back into her college life that way. So we get there. The tire still looks fine. I make an appointment with my tire guy at home, hoping I'll be able to get home on it. Okay. And as I leave, I think, and by the way, I didn't have my tire pressure gauge. I don't know where it was. It just wasn't in my car. So I pull into a gas station and I ask the person, would you mind checking my tire pressure? And they're not my mechanic. They have no reason. Of course, they have a reason as a fellow human to help me. But, in the times that we're in, everyone is stressed. Everyone is at some level of lack of patience. And, he could have reacted to me in any way. And the way he reacted was so beautiful. He was like, of course, pull up to the door. So lovely, checks all my tires and confirms that, and it had just been recently very cold that day, unusually cold compared to the previous days. I really think this is just the cold. changing the pressure on your tires. I think that's really what caused it. Your tire pressure is fine. So he said, but I'm going to put 3 extra pounds of air in it because that's really what you want to do in the cold. So he did that for me. I drive home. He said, make sure, you check it tomorrow morning. I did. It was fine. I concluded that was really what it was. Now, the visualization I had when I was keeping us safe was I saw the car with the flat tire in our garage because I couldn't get to a place of the tire is fine. I got to the place that I just was capable of getting to, which is the highest point I could get was that I drive on it and I get home and it's at home that I deal with it. That's what I had visualized. All right. So now it is a week later and I go and look and my tire is flat, but it's in my garage, exactly the way I visualized it. This is a full week later though. And while I was out, my husband, so lovely, jacks up the car, pulls the tire out, brings the tire to the tire place. The tire place is lovely. They do find that there's a giant nail in it. They plug the tire and it comes back home. And by the time I come back, because I went in a different car, by the time I come back, my car's back to normal. Like I didn't get involved in it at all, which is so many lovely things again happening. One thing is, it's just reminding me what a sweet and wonderful husband I have, who does things without thinking twice about it, makes no mention of it. He, went back to his job. No big deal as far as he's concerned, but big deal for me, like took care of it, like took all the stress off of me. And then there was an added benefit to it, which is that my husband is highly suspicious of mechanics. And there's a reason. He wasn't always like that. We had a wonderful mechanic. And then the owner started to exit the business. He wasn't around too much. And they did do some really shady things that really did affect our trust. And we ultimately left them. But P.S., he always now feels like everyone's going to upsell you, that everyone is trying to whatever. And we've had those experiences. So it's not based in like some fantasy. But he said they told me to bring it in and they'd probably be able to plug it. And of course I didn't believe them because when is that how it ever works out? And they contacted him. By the time he got home from dropping off the tire, they had already fixed it and said it was ready. And P.S. it's $21. And so he feels heartened by, and this is, the tire place is a business that I have felt very comfortable with. They have been lovely to me. When we've needed extra tires, I've really trusted that was their recommendation. So he and I have totally different experiences of this business. But now he got to experience trust being restored. And when we are in a time that we're in, where we are in a full trust recession, out of one potential tire. Now, I don't know if my tire did have the nail last week and somehow the angels have kept that bubble around it. I really don't know what's happened. But in any case, and this is just the new visualization, look at all the miracles from one tire. I'm doing this whole series, and based on the comments, I'm seeing huge shifts for people that have been part of it. I have gotten to experience a reminder of the amazing man that I've been with for 25 years. You can forget how amazing your partners are, right? After 25 years. I got to remember what a stand-up human being he is, and his faith in an industry that had been harmed by someone else got to be restored. Look at those miracles, all from a flat tire. And I think sometimes we have things happen and they feel like bummers. Flat tires are bummers. And there was definitely some stress in this journey, but from a place of allowing, from a place in trusting that there is a divine plan, from a place of letting go and just doing the next step, look at all of the miracles. It's amazing, isn't it? So If you've been along for the journey and you knew how it started with this flat tire story, I wanted to give you an update to it and just let you know there were some more miracles that came about. I hope you're having a beautiful day. Again, if you're finding this for the first time, check out the link to the playlist below because it'll introduce you to the series. It's absolutely free. It's my training, my gift to you as a fellow human on the planet. I'm happy to provide it. And